And ladies and gentlemen, welcome here Saturday night at Guy Gibbs Gymnasium. The Regis Jesuit Raiders are hosting the Boulder Panthers in the second round of the Colorado High School Activities Association 5A basketball playoffs. I'm joined with Tommy Raines, the color commentator, Justin Brazelstats, Joe Quigley, producer, Colin Stover on camera. Folks, we're delighted to bring this live playoff game to you here tonight. Tommy, we're here. It's a great environment. The student section's already packed. We still got some time left, but how are you feeling about tonight?
I'm feeling good, Jake. Regis has really ended their regular season with a lot of momentum, and they've just grown continuously this entire year. So I think we're going to see some of their best performance tonight, certainly against Boulder, who had to travel a fairly large distance to be here in Aurora tonight. They don't have a huge fan base yet. There might be a few more that trickle in, but they're up against the Rowdies tonight, so it's going to be a great game tonight, Jake.
And an interesting note, Tommy, Boulder was actually the team we played 2 years ago in the championship game for our third state championship game in a row. And this Boulder team has a Regis influence on them. A previous assistant coach on Boulder, that is head coach Eric Eisenhard, was an assistant coach under Ken Shaw of Regis Jesuit. So these teams know each other, Tommy.
That they do, Jake, and that was 2 years ago when Regis won the state title. Obviously, with postseason, we look through Regis's history. They've been very successful, with 3 titles in a row, and last year's big upset against Pooter. But we had an interview with Coach Shaw tonight, so we'll play that right now. He had his 2 cents on the Pooter game, and we'll listen to that right now.
Doing well.
All right, Coach. Last year's upset against Pooter was certainly a shock. What lessons have you learned for tonight's matchup?
You know, that's ancient history. We're just moving on. It was one of those games that we just picked a bad time to play our 2 worst quarters of the year. Didn't shoot it well. We had a couple guys that were a part of that, but most of these guys, it's a new day. So we're ready to move on.
Okay, and then what would be the biggest challenge against Boulder tonight?
You know, they're an excellent team, very fundamental. I think more than anything, just to play our game, and do the things that we do well. Maybe adjust to some things, but it's probably more about us, I think, than it is about them.
All right. Thank you so much. That'll be it.
So, right now in front of us, the referees are consulting with Coach Shaw and Coach Eisenhard. I saw the 2 friends exchange compliments to each other. It's always a very interesting story when you have the mentor playing the protege. See it a lot in college football, college basketball as well. High school hoops tonight, Tommy. Regis Jesuit and the Boulder Panthers. Tommy, we all know that Regis lost to Pooter in the first round last year, and probably one of the most shocking upsets in Chassa 5A history. But what does Regis have to do tonight to make sure that doesn't happen?
Jake, they just need to keep playing the quality that they have been the last few weeks. I mean, the way they beat Ponderosa was excellent. They're playing extremely well, so they just need to keep that up, Jake. And they're playing at home, so that certainly helps. They got the Rowdies. The team, as I said, is going to be fueled by the fans tonight. And, boy, I'm excited for this one, Jake. It's going to be a great night.
Leading scorer for Regis Jesuit this year has been, of course, Josh Perkins, averaging exactly 25 points a game. He's put up 576 points, Tommy.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, Jake. If you look, though, at Boulder, though, their 2 top players, Sharnick and Rodriguez, they're both, about even, averaging both of them 14.7 a game, and they both have Sharnick with 353 points on the season and 1 less for Rodriguez. So the 2 best players for Boulder are pretty even. So it'll be interesting to see how that dynamic plays out tonight.
And Regis Jesuit has been a pretty good free throw shooting team this year. Looking on the sheet right now, shooting at a clip from the line of 68%. If they can shoot just like that consistently, because I'm sure, Tommy, they're going to get a lot of trips to the line, the Raiders will be in a good position.
And Jake, we were talking about this before we started the broadcast tonight. Boulder has a smaller team, so it'll be interesting to see how foul trouble plays into that. We'll take a quick break now for the national anthem, and we'll be back here on RJ Live.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our coverage of tonight's second-round chess 5A playoff game. We had a great national anthem rendition by a young girl. Couldn't have been more than 5 years old. Absolutely killed it. Crowd went absolutely raucous for her. I've never heard anything like that. And now we're going to air an interview from Eric Stemper about tonight's game. Oh, excuse me, Josh Perkins.
All right, Josh Perkins, thank you for being here tonight. You've been here before. What's special about this year's postseason?
We're a very young team, and like Coach Shaw said, he'd rather have good players than experience. But I think with experience and good players, we can get where we want to go.
Okay. How have you spent the bye week to prepare for tonight's matchup? Did you rest? Did you practice harder? What was it like?
We practice harder. There's no days off around here. We're going to work hard every day just to get to the championship where we want to be.
All right, thank you, Josh. Thanks again to Josh Perkins for taking that interview with us. Now the players are getting introduced here tonight.
Tommy, what a special environment. We've got a pep band here tonight. We had a great national anthem rendition. The student section for Regis is absolutely packed. Boulder brought their cheerleaders, so we've got a special environment on hand tonight.
If I had to estimate, Jake, I'd say we had just under 200 students here tonight. So it's big, it's huge, it's packed. They've got the band out tonight to help the Rowdies cheer. It's going to be a great game, Jake.
And Josh Perkins wearing some special custom-made Regis Jesuit socks. Interesting note, Tommy, he is wearing different shoes than he has for most of the season, going with the the larger basketball shoes that go over his ankles rather than previously he's wore the low cuts. But interesting note.
I'm sure he'll play fine tonight, Jake. He certainly isn't going to be affected by that, hopefully, at least. But getting pretty pumped up here tonight.
So high school basketball, 4 8-minute quarters. There will be a tip-off to start the game. The Raiders, the number 1 seed here in the one of 4 brackets in the Shasta second round of the high school 5A playoffs. Regis got a bye in the first round. Boulder won their game. And here we go. Starting 5 for Boulder, number 21. And number 21 has got Kevin Van Leeshout. 25, Alejandro Rodriguez. 13, Jonah Charnick. Number 1, Garrett Turner, a very short kid, but I saw him in warm-ups. He's a very good shooter. And the last player is number 32, Cooper Baum.
Getting pumped up tonight, Jake. Just looking at what led up to this game, Regis ended their regular season winning 15 of their last 16 games. Momentum is certainly on their side.
Tip-off going. Josh Perkins wins the tip-off to Eric Stemper. Eric dribbling up court. He's going to be guarded by Rodriguez. Devin Cadillac giving it to Josh. Josh going along on the left side. He's going to dump off to Cadillac. Cadillac back to Josh, to Stemper. Stemper driving in the lane, out to Barilla. Barilla's going in now. He'll pass to Stemper underneath. Stemper going to try to pass to Barilla, intercepted by Rodriguez. Rodriguez taking it down court. They're going to set up.
Eric got caught up there, Jake. He couldn't get the pass off in time.
And here's Van Leeshout taking it back to Turner for 3. Oh, does not ring out.
A little ambitious there, Jake, to start out with 3 points.
Stemper to Cadillac. Cadillac thinks about taking the 3, opts not to. He's going to go into drive. Cadillac for the 2, yes.
Great job, Devin Cadillac right there, driving in there, getting the bank layup. That's good work.
And now here's Rodriguez dribbling up court to set up the offense. He's going to try to take this in. Nice pass out. That's Van Leeshout for 3, and it rings in and out.
No good for Van Leeshout.
Here's Perkins. Perkins, makes a nice move. No-look pass. That was a little too ambitious by Perkins.
That was a little low there off of a Boulder defender's ankle.
There's a 3 by number 13. That's Jonah Charnick. That is nothing but net. Boulder up 3-2.
Charnick had a great game against George Washington. That's who Boulder had to beat to play us tonight. Second round of postseason.
Perkins, nice move to the bucket. Does not fall, though. Hits the back iron and comes out.
And Josh drove there. He had the look where he expected to get fouled, but no foul there. Missed shot there for Boulder.
Rodriguez was very close on that. Now here's Barilla up court. Perkins going to get the ball up top. He's guarded by, that's Bohm, and that's going to be a foul on number 32, Cooper Bohm.
And Jake, first impressions so far, Boulder is not the tallest team. And Regis isn't either, so that's going to be only to Regis' advantage because they've had to cope with such tall teams of Mountain Vista, Cherokee Trail.
Right you are, Tommy. The one tall starter is Jonah Charnick, listed at 6'4". Other than that, you've got Garrett Turner, who's listed at 5'9", so the Raiders evenly with the height advantage, and that's against Josh Perkins.
Boy, that was a tough call there, but I think it was good. Boulder will have possession now. 5 minutes and 47 seconds left in this first period.
A lot of energy from head coach Eric Eisenhard. Really pumped up after that call. I don't blame him. They got to use all their momentum that they can get tonight. Here's Rodriguez outside to Turner. Turner guarded by Stemper. Inside to Charnick. Charnick for the 2. Nice shots by Charnick.
You don't usually see those mid-range two-pointers often in high school basketball, Jake, and Regis really let him take that one.
Here's Cadillac. Cadillac to Starkle. Starkle bouncing to Perkins, intercepted, and that'll be a foul, though, on Cooper Bohm.
Boy, Josh kind of fell after that one, but Boulder's not happy with that call.
That's Bohm's second foul, Tommy. 5:17 to go in the first quarter. Boulder up 5-2. The Raiders have not been able to score a lot of buckets so far. Here's Cadillac. Cadillac driving in. He's going to dish outside. That's a three by Starkle. No. Oh, excuse me. That was Stemper on the shot. Barilla with the rebound. Barilla going to go back out to Stemper. To Cadillac for three. Does not fall. And that is a reach. Nope, that'll be Regis Jesuit ball.
And good look by Eric to not aggressively take that shot, getting it off to Cadillac. Not common for Cadillac to miss. He's usually one of our go-to three-pointer shooters.
Josh Perkins taking a tough look, too. Does not fall. Cadillac with the rebound back. Josh with the ball. He's going to take almost the exact same shot, and he airballs it.
Long
Josh
two there. And now Boulder is chanting air ball, trying to get in Josh's head. He's a big boy. He can handle it, but that was a big miss, Jake.
That was a bad shot by Josh. I've never seen him take an air ball like that. Now he's going to dish this out to Stemper. Back to Cadillac. Cadillac will take it in the lane now. Cadillac trying to find someone to give it to. He's going to take the shot off the back rim.
No dice, Jake. Couldn't come down with it.
Here's Rodriguez. Rodriguez going to battle against Stemper. Ball taken by Starkle. Ball under. They're fighting for the ball. That'll be a jump ball.
Boy, great work by Eric Stemper there. He played firm defense there against Boulder. Didn't fall for the dodge, and wow, great work by Eric.
Possession arrow Boulder. Sharmek is checking into the game. He is listed as a 6'0 guard. Rodriguez going to try to get the ball into someone. He's got to get rid of it fast, and Perkins just picks that off.
Unintelligent play there by Rodriguez. He played one of his best games against George Washington last week.
And Starkle to three with the assist from Josh Perkins.
That'll be a long two, actually. Yep. Regis still down by 1. 4 minutes left in the first quarter.
Here's Turner with the ball. Turner guarded by Stemper. 4:02 to go. Van Leeshout with the three. Yes, that falls. Van Leeshout.
That's 2 3-pointers for Boulder tonight, Jake. They're making it rain so far.
Here's Eric Stemper guarded by Rodriguez. The few Boulder fans that are here are making their voice heard. Perkins, I'm not sure what he's trying to do there, Tommy.
He realized late he couldn't pull off the layup and tried to dump it off. No good. And a missed layup there by Boulder, easily rebounded.
Good defense by Devin Cadillac to get in front of Rodriguez and not give him an easy lane to the bucket. Here's Barilla now. Barilla going up, and he misses. That'll be an offensive foul on Kip Barilla. Boulder ball.
Boy, that's a tough call because he really got caught up by Van Leeshout there, but I'd say that was a good call there by Stripes. Boulder ball. 3 minutes, 20 seconds left in this quarter.
That's a tough call. Here's Starkle now in guarding against Rodriguez. Cam Beard's going to check in a second. Turner with the ball. Turner is going to drive in. He hits the layup, and it hits the side of the rim. Perkins with the ball now. Perkins going to do a quick pass to Stemper. Stemper going to look to drive, and that's a travel.
That was rough by Eric. He just kind of kept going, wasn't really thinking, thought he had someone open. Stepped one too many. Checking in Cam Beards and Elijah Sanford for Barilla and Stemper. Boulder's going to bring it up now.
Always love to see Cam Beards play, Tommy. He brings a ton of heart in the game.
I think he'll match up well against Turner, who's only 5'9".
I agree, Tommy. Now Van Leeshout with the ball, going to give it to Turner. Turner guarded by Cam Beards. To Rodriguez now. Rodriguez guarded by Starkle. He's going to take it along on the right side. He's going to pull up for a long three, and it hits the back iron, will not fall.
You know, Jake, I think nerves is definitely playing into the low percentage shooting so far. I mean, it is postseason. They're both playing in a packed gym, but not too consistent tonight. And an air ball there.
It's Starkle air balls. That's the second air ball at home. The Raiders have not found their shooting touch at all, Tommy. Here's with the ball. That's number 21, Van Leeshout, trying to take that up, and he will get fouled. Shooting to Van Leeshout.
And you know, Jake, tonight you can really see that the Raiders are not in sync. I mean, something's not working. And, putting Cam in and Elijah in to better our defense, we got to try something different. This is very low scoring so far. First one is good.
Van Leeshout drains the first one. Raiders only have 4 points. 6 minutes into the first quarter. Regis Jesuit shooting 22% as a team. Definitely not the way they want to. Van Lieshout's second free throw is off the front iron. No good. Starkel with the ball.
Boulder statistically, historically plays a low-scoring game, averaging about 63 a game as opposed to Regis 70. So that is a factor.
Here's Cadillac outside to Starkel. Back to Cadillac. Wide open for the three. Devin Cadillac. Swoosh. Nothing but net. Regis cuts the lead to 2 points.
Great work by Devin Cadillac there. Missed his first three-pointer early on and shoots again and is rewarded greatly.
Here's Turner. Turner looking to dish the ball to Van Lieshout. Van Lieshout with the lay-in. Doesn't fall. And Tommy, there you see it. Boulder does not have a lot of height, so it's very hard for them to get offensive rebounds.
Yeah, trying to grab the ball behind someone's back and just only deflecting it out of bounds. Boulder really can't compete with us in that area. Regis down by 2 points with 1.5 minutes left in this first quarter.
Cam Beard's going to bring the ball up court instead of Josh. We'll see. And now Josh gets the ball, guarded by Rodriguez. Josh taking it along. Pass to Cadillac. Cadillac inside to Sanford. Sanford is going to look in. He's going to dish out now to Starkel. Starkel going up, and they're ruled no foul. Sanford with the ball again, and that's a shooting foul. Elijah Sanford to the line.
Great work by Elijah Sanford there. He's coming out strong tonight. He had a great pick to open up Josh Perkins in that progression there, and he's just a hard worker down low, Jake. Very powerful player for Regis.
And we're going to have Zach Smith come in the game shortly. Elijah's first free throw is no good off the front iron. As we said, Tommy, Regis Jesuit shooting 68%, which is a pretty good clip, but they need to shoot well tonight because they will get their trips to the line because Regis loves to drive and get fouls.
Yeah, 7 fouls between the two teams so far with only a minute left in the first quarter. It's definitely going to be a physical game.
And the shortest deficit of the game, it is a 1 point lead now for Boulder, the Panthers, and Michael Turner got a tough pass from that. Cam Beards going to take it in. He's going to float it too. No good. Zach Smith with the rebound. Zach's going to give it to Cadillac. Back to Zach for the three. Zach Smith, no good.
And Zach Smith with an unbelievable rebound there. And I think he's going to get fouled there. Yep, foul on Zach Smith there.
And Zach Smith hit Rodriguez in the face there. That's a no-brainer foul. Not smart for Zach. And the risk is, Tommy, you don't want to get into the bonus really early. Regis doing pretty well on fouls. They're going to do a press here. Here's Rodriguez with the ball. And now it's up to Rivera. Rivera up to Van Lieshout. Lieshout, gets Perkins in the air, and that'll be a foul on Josh Perkins. Smart play by Van Lieshout. That's on number 25, Elijah Sanford, but smart play by Van Lieshout to get Sanford in the air.
Boy, he got Sanford and Josh Perkins in the air, two of our tallest players, I'd say. And wow, he really baited him into the foul there, Jake. First one is good there for Van Lieshout.
Boulder up 10-8. That's Van Lieshout's fourth point of the game.
He only had 2 points last game against George Washington, so he's definitely playing better tonight.
Yeah, he's been an integral part of the Panthers' attack so far, and he goes 2 for 2 on these free throws. Starkel's going to look for someone to give it to. Gives it to Josh. 37 seconds to go in the first quarter. Josh is going to set up the offense. He's guarded by Van Lieshout. Perkins going to try to take it in. He almost loses the ball. That's a foul. That'll be 2. They're going to say he was in the shooting motion. Oh, no, that's on that's on Van Lieshout, but it was that was very close to being in the shooting motion, but they will give Perkins 2 free throws.
And that's Van Lieshout's second foul on the night. 10 fouls between the two teams. No one's in the bonus yet, but we will see that pretty soon, Jay.
Tommy, I just heard the Boulder fans screaming overrated at Perkins, and after Perkins drained that free throw, he just glanced over there and gave him a just cold stare down. Josh knows that he has a big target on his back.
Josh can take it. He's good.
Perkins goes 2 for 2. Boulder will be trying to take this in. Rodriguez going to give it to Rivera, who gives it to Turner. Turner trying to get it to Rodriguez. The press defense has been doing pretty well, and the pass for Baum, it does not hit its target. That will be
Boulder ball.
No.
I think that hit off of a Raider.
Turner gets Josh on the air. Nice move. His 2 is oh so close. Starkle with the ball. 10 seconds left to go. Here's Josh setting up the play. Josh guarded by Van Leeshout. He's going to take a long 3, and it does not hit. Zach Smith with the ball. That's Smarbach. That will not count. Hits the top support of the hoop, and at the end of 1, Regis Jesuit trails 10-11.
Jake, I think we got to attribute Regis' shaky start to being a little overexcited. I mean, they had a bye week to kind of, have the game in the back of their mind. They know they're going to play second round. Is it going to be George Washington? Is it going to be Boulder? So they've been thinking about this game for 2 weeks. And getting here early, there's no junior varsity game to watch before. I mean, they're clearly a little antsy tonight, Jake.
One thing I will say, Tommy, is that Regis has not made a lot of mental mistakes. It's simply been awful shooting. So I attribute that to just being out of a game environment in so long. Like what you were saying, Tommy, it's been a while since this team played. It's been a week. Last Friday was the last time they played against Ponderosa. And Boulder hasn't really been shooting that well either, but the Raiders have just been outplaying them in terms of poor shooting.
Yeah, and I think, they were down by more early on in this quarter, and they've come back and reduce their deficit, and I got to attribute that to the press. They shut down teams so well on the press. They prevent them from making smart passes, and Regis is, I think if they maintain the press, open the door to more transitions, more turnovers, only positive can come from the press. Maybe a little tired afterwards, but...
All right, so here we are set to start the second quarter. High school hoops, you go the same direction in each half. So 7:56, 8-minute quarters. Cam Beards with the ball guarded by Turner. Beards is going to give it to Josh. He looks to shoot. He tries to pass it out to Barilla.
Ooh.
That pass was behind Barilla. Josh gets the ball back, though, outside to Zach, and that's a travel on Perkins.
Boy, he barely slid his foot there, but he did travel. He's obviously not happy with that call, but his foot did slide a little bit.
Inbound to Rodriguez. Rodriguez is guarded by Zach Smith. Rodriguez has not taken any shots tonight, but he's done a good job leading the Panther offense. He's going to take this lay-in and has way too much force on that. Does not even hit the rim.
Jake, looking at shooting percentages tonight, Regis is 30%, Boulder 33%, so not up by much. But the big difference is three-point shooting. Boulder is 40% for 3 points, and we're only 25%, so certainly having more success behind the arc than us.
Tommy, that just means Boulder's 2 for 5 and we're 1 for 4. But we'll see what's going to happen here with this inbound. Cam Beards took a hard trip to the floor, but that was not a foul on him. This goes back to Cam. Cam will slip it to Josh. Josh guarded by, that's number 11 now, Sharmick. And Josh, no look to Starkle. These no look passes, Tommy, I'm not sure if they do more good than harm.
It's a sign of a great player, but I'm not sure if the rest of the Regis team can keep up with it tonight.
And some of his no look passes have not hit their targets, I'll say that. Here's Turner. Turner guarded by Cam. Turner is going to try to slip it in. Oh, that's an easy lay-in missed by Sharnick.
Boy, good break for Regis there. He had an open lane.
Josh out to Starkle. Starkle to Barilla for 3. Not even close.
Going for a bank there, Jake.
Yeah. Here's Turner up court. Turner's going to pass it back to Charnick. Charnick for the long 2. Nope, off the iron. Josh taking it up court now. He's going to look to shoot a 3. Josh Perkins not hitting his stroke. Cam Beards with the ball now. Cam fighting for it. And that's a double dribble, even though I don't think he ever got possession of it.
No, he was fumbling with the ball and tripping around, so I don't really agree with that call, Jake, but Regis Jesuit's going to call a timeout now. There hasn't been a score so far in the second quarter. We've got 6.5 minutes left before halftime.
We're going to take a quick break here on RJ Live and pick up when the action resumes. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The Boulder Panthers have an 11-10 lead over your Regis Jesuit Raiders. We have a packed house here tonight at Guy Gibbs Gymnasium. This is our final winter sport that is still being broadcast by RJ Live. The Raiders need to step it up here in the second quarter. Taking the ball up is Rodriguez against Zach Smith. Barilla fighting for the ball. Nice steal by Barilla. Barilla going down court. He's going to fake the pass and go up, and he lays it in.
Gosh, great effort by Barilla there. I was thinking, Jake, the two hardest workers on the court right now, Zach Smith and Barilla, they're playing their hearts out tonight, and it shows.
Here's Rodriguez with the ball. Rodriguez going to take this drive, and Perkins steals it. Going down court, long pass to Cam. Cam for the layup. Absolutely rejected by number 32, Cooper Bohm.
Still, it'll be Regis ball. But that was big stuff there, Jake.
I don't know. The thing is, Tommy, it's not as big of an achievement, though, just because Cam's 5'6". Here's Cam now. Actually, no, Tommy, he's like 5'4". Cam's going to pass out to Starkle. Starkle up to Perkins. Perkins guarded by, that is number 11, Sharmick. And Cam's going to take this in, out to Starkle for three.
Oh,
airballs it again.
And that's a big jump ball there. That'll go Regis direction, I believe, Jake. Or nope, that'll be Boulder ball.
They're going to call that a foul on Barilla, not a jump ball. That's a foul.
Not sure where that's coming out, Jake. That'll make it 12 fouls on the court tonight between the two teams.
Both teams are one foul away from being in the bonus. Here's Turner taking the ball up court, guarded by Eric Stemper. Turner calling the play. Turner is going to try to slip around the right side, going for the drive, and that's a travel.
Yeah, and Turner was having a tough time getting behind Eric. They laid a nice pick on him, but Barilla picked him up, forcing the travel.
5:14 to go. Perkins hasn't done much tonight.
No, he's 0 for 4 in shooting, Jake.
He has 2 points coming from free throw shots. Cadillac going to look to take a three, not take it. Give it to Stemper. Stemper to Perkins. 4:59 to go. Perkins with the drive. No look pass to Barilla. Easy.
Barilla with the post play there, Jake. Fantastic.
Here's Turner taking the ball up court. Going to try to get past Stemper. He's going to pass it out to Sharmick. Sharmick guarded by Josh. Sharmick out to Charnick. Charnick taking it up on Barilla, and he misses that, but he gets the rebound, and that's that's a defensive foul on Cadillac.
Yeah, he just came down on him and bumped him, but yeah, the refs are calling everything tonight, Jake. They're not letting him play too much.
And this,
I'm not saying they're favoring one side or the other, but they're calling everything.
And Regis has now given Boulder the bonus. That's the 7th foul on the Raiders, so any additional foul, even if it's not a shooting foul, will result in a 1-and-1. Charnick misses the first free throw, and Coach Eric Eisenhard will call a timeout before the second free throw. Interesting decision there, Tommy.
Yeah, well, Boulder's got to make up some lost ground, Jake. Regis up by 3 now. 4.5 minutes left in the half. Boulder's got to come up with something to stop Regis, who is pretty commanding on offense tonight, Jake.
Right you are, Tommy. Regis has a 3-point lead over Boulder.
And, Jake, I spoke a little too soon tonight about the Boulder crowd. They've got probably 35 kids out here, which is pretty respectable considering the drive is quite far from Boulder, but the Regis crowd is... I'm sure they had to turn people away tonight, Jake. The baseline is filled with people, and as the Rowdies would say, it's getting rowdy out there.
And that's Brendan Van Jacobs getting the Rowdies pumped up. There's Charnick. His second free throw is also no good. Rebound, Kip Barilla. And Eric Stemper taking the ball up court.
Boulder's playing pretty low on defense after that free throw. I think they're shifting their defense, watching for Josh Moore.
Here's Cadillac. Cadillac going to give it to Perkins, who takes the long three. That was not on line. Here's Cadillac Cadillac's going to shoot the three. His doesn't fall either. Barilla for the rebound. Barilla up and good. Barilla's so valuable on those rebounds.
Oh, my goodness, Jake. He's just been crucial tonight, playing down low. We've got 2 or more people fighting for rebounds tonight, Jake. This is a whole different team when it comes to offensive rebounds.
Absolutely, Tommy. Turner pass out to Charnick. Does not hit it. Perkins with the ball. Perkins going down court. 3:45 to go in the second quarter. Perkins going to drive now, and that's a foul.
Regis will have the bonus now.
Yeah, so that'll be a one-on-one. That is on Van Lieshout. So Perkins, if he can hit this, he could get 2 points for the Raiders. And Fort Collins, Tommy, has not scored in this quarter. Or excuse me, Boulder has not scored in this quarter.
Yeah, and Regis has been fighting hard, Jake, and I think Barilla's performance has been the most important tonight.
Perkins does not make the front end of the one-on-one, though, so he doesn't get the second free throw. There's Bohm coming up court, though. Bohm's going to try to drive, pass out to Turner, to Rodriguez. Rodriguez going to give it back to Turner. Turner is not going to be able to shoot with a man guarding him just because of his height. Here's Rodriguez now, guarded by Barilla. Rodriguez looking what to do. He's going to take it up court. He's going to shoot the three. Rodriguez, no offensive rebound for the Panthers. Boulder will set up again. Rodriguez with the ball, trying to call a play. Charnick. Here's Turner now. Turner guarded by Cadillac. Turner's going to take it around on the right side. Pass out, number 32. And here's a shot by number 11, Sharmick. That does not fall.
And Jake, I think the biggest difference we can see right now with Boulder and Regis is Boulder's play calling. They call a play, and all it is just kind of let someone drive or take a three-pointer as Josh Perkins dives for a layup there. But, you know, you watch Boulder right now, they call a play, and it's a little movement and then just kind of slows down.
Here's Turner passing to Sharmick. Sharmick to Rodriguez. Rodriguez to Charnick. Charnick is going to give it back to Rodriguez, who will give it back to Charnick for a three. It will not fall. Offensive rebound, Boulder. That putback is in by Sharmick.
Good rebound there by Boulder, and Josh couldn't come up with the block. Van Lieshout has 3 fouls on the night, Jake, so watch out for him.
Here's Cadillac going to take the shot, and it rings around in and out. Here's Rodriguez with the ball. Under 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Raiders up 13-8. Rodriguez passes along on the right side. That's a three-pointer by Sharmick that's aired. Oh, not a foul on Bohm. That's a foul on Boulder.
Big air ball, and Boulder pushes Barilla to the ground.
Foul is on Charnick, his second.
Regis inches closer towards the double bonus.
And we have a timeout called by Boulder.
Jake, Boulder tonight is not playing too well, and I think they are a little overrated. Coming off a good win against George Washington, it looks good on paper, but the more you look into that game, George Washington lost quite a few of their players, so they weren't even playing their best, which we had played them when they were probably playing their best this season. So Boulder getting a good break for the first round and not having a lot of momentum leading up to it. I mean, they had only won 4 of their last 9 regular season games. So big difference from Regis, who has won 15 of their last 16.
Yeah, the Raiders have been on an absolute tear. 4 losses, as you said, but Regis still ranked number 2 in the Denver 5A post-preps poll because of how torrid they've been as of late.
Yep, and winning they won the conference this year, Jake, and I believe that's the 5th time that's happened. Quite a dynasty Coach Shaw has here at Regis.
And Boulder just got a bench warning for being on the court. My producer, Joe Quigley, just informed me. Very interesting. Coach Eisenhardt coaches with a lot of passion, and it was on the assistant coach, but very interesting to see. They're going to have to cool off a little bit. And really, Tommy, only 2 points so far for Boulder in 6 minutes, 15 seconds.
I mean, it's interesting, Jake, that they haven't scored so much, but, I mean, we haven't exactly been putting too many in. We've only had 10 points tonight, or in this quarter.
We've had 9 points,
9
in
points.
this quarter. Here's Barilla's second. Yes, Barilla 2 for 2. And subbing in will be Zach Smith for Barilla. Great job by Kip to hit both of those free throws. Here's Charnick inbound it. And both teams in the single bonus right now. Boulder has 8 fouls. Regis has 7.
Bringing the press.
Yeah, the press, at least on Zach Smith's part. And Rodriguez is going to take it up court, passing out. I can't see who has the ball. The ref's screening me. Here's Turner now. Turner to Sharmick. Sharmick to Charnick. Charnick, almost loses the ball, but he takes that up and floats that in.
Somehow came up with that one, Jake. I don't know how. He had Eric Stemper and Starkle on him. Good effort by Boulder there.
Here's Zach Smith, Cadillac. Perkins is not on the court right now, Tommy. And here's Stemper now to Cadillac. Cadillac to Zach Smith. Smith back to Cadillac. Cadillac guarded by Charnick. Cam Beards with the ball now.
1 minute left in the half.
Cadillac up to Starkle. Starkle to Zach Smith. Raiders seem to be waiting to get a good shot off. Cam Beards to Cadillac. Cadillac's going to take it across the middle. Outside to Zach Smith now. Here's Smith. Guarded by Rodriguez. Stemper with the ball now. Screened by Smith. Stemper going to take it up to the lane. And he floats it in. No basket. That's a charge on Eric.
Oh, man. And Eric just takes a smooth layup. I'm not sure about that call, Jake, and neither is Eric. But the Boulder player did fall pretty hard, Jake. So I think that's what the referee saw.
And Josh, if he can get in before the half ends, is waiting to be checked in. Rodriguez with the ball now. And Regis up 5 points, 20-15. Turner with the ball now. Turner's going to drive this in. Going to give it to Sharmick. Sharmick back to Turner. Turner to Rodriguez. Rodriguez guarded by Zach Smith. 12 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Rodriguez. Going to set up the play. And that's a 5 seconds closely guarded call. You don't hear that often.
No, I don't think we've seen that call this season once. Starkle to inbound right in front of the broadcasting table.
7.4 seconds left. Perkins with the ball. You got to think that Josh is going to take this shot. 5 seconds left. 4. Josh pulling up for the 3. Does not fall. That'll be the end of the first half. Regis Jesuit up 5 points. Perkins disappointed that he missed that 3. Josh has been struggling tonight. At the end of the first half, he only has 4 points.
Yeah, Jake, it's been an interesting performance from Josh tonight. Certainly not characteristic to what he's done this season. But Regis nonetheless held the lead as we ended the first half. The referees tonight, Jake, they did play a pretty big role in it, with Josh shooting twice at the line, and it's been a good game so far for Regis. Obviously not the best that they could have hoped for, but we'll resume the second half here in 9.5 minutes from now here on RJ Live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Guy Gibbs Gymnasium on RJ Live. I'm Tommy Raines here with Justin Brazel, our statistician tonight, and he's got some words of wisdom to keep in mind for the second half.
Yeah, with a 20 to 15 point game, Regis is shooting 30% while Boulder is shooting 26%. Not too hot shot numbers so far tonight.
No, both teams are shooting pretty poorly, Justin. It's not a clean game that they're playing.
I mean, normally we average around 40 points each half, and so far we only have 20. That's mainly due to the fact that Regis is only shooting 1 of 10% from the three-point line. They live and die by that three-point line, and so far they haven't made one. They only made one.
Yeah, that they do, Justin. They live, and certainly tonight they are dying. Let's touch on Kip Barilla, the MVP of the first half. He's been playing great. He's got three offensive rebounds, and he's our lead scorer tonight. Thanks again, Justin Brazel, for those stats. And the halftime is over now. Boulder will have possession. Regis up by 5.
And as you're saying, Justin, this Regis Jesuit team is accustomed to scoring 20 points a quarter, not 20 points and a half. Here's Rodriguez to start off to Turner. Outside, that's 32. Boom. Boom inside to Charnick. Charnick to Turner. Turner to Rodriguez. Rodriguez can give it to Bohm. Bohm looking back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez is going to look to set some motion, give it to Turner. Turner has not taken a lot of shots tonight. This has taken 30 seconds already. Rodriguez out to Van Lieshout, and Van Lieshout's going to drive in, float one up that does not hit. Perkins rebound.
You know, Jake, 30 seconds there. Boulder's working it around, moving a lot, but no driving, and they were unsuccessful when they finally did, so that just speaks to Regis' defense.
Here's Barilla. Barilla fighting, tough shot. Oh, just misses, but offensive rebound. Perkins. Perkins outside to Starkle. Starkle going to drive, then dish out to Cadillac for 3. Swish.
Great job by Devin Cadillac there. Nails it.
Raider lead up to 8, largest of the night. Almost picked off by Cadillac. Rodriguez guarded by Starkle. Starkle to Turner. Turner to Bohm. Bohm guarded by Stemper. He's going to dish it out left to Rodriguez. Rodriguez waves away Van Lieshout, and Rodriguez will look to give it to Turner, who's going to come in. Quick pass to Rodriguez under to Charnick. That was a nice series of passes.
Yeah, that was, Jake. Really got Regis to get off guard and then dumped it off down low.
Perkins with the easy drive and a nice shot to finish.
Easy transition play there, Jake. Look at the time of possession there compared to Boulder, who has to spend 20, 30 seconds to work it around and finally drive in. And Regis is getting it done this second half so far.
Turner with the ball now. Charnick for 3. That's off the rim, doesn't fall. Stemper up court now. Under 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Stemper out to Starkle. Perkins with the ball. Perkins only scored 4 points tonight, all on free throws, and this doesn't fall either. Stemper with the ball is, no, Perkins has scored 6 points now with that shot earlier, but he's been struggling.
Eric there was fouled by, I believe, number 32. That's Baum. That's his 3rd foul on the night, Jake. Watch out for him. And as I say, that Boulder calls a timeout, a full timeout. They've got to reconsider what they talked about during halftime because they're not coming out too strong, Jake. Nothing's working.
Tommy, I will say the Raiders have done a very good job on interior defense after the first quarter. Since then, they've been doing a good job of not letting Boulder drive inside. And because Boulder's kind of a short team, Boulder hasn't really, other than Charnick, they haven't been able to get any good looks off on shots, Tommy.
Yeah, I mean, they did have a great play there before where they drove in and had that great down-low shot. They got over Barilla there to make the layup. But, yeah, they've been passing it around, looking for something, and not being able to find it. And then they've got to force it. And that's when Regis takes advantage of it, comes up with a turnover. And Regis is doing much better this second half.
Starkle going to the line for 2 shots. Oh, excuse me, that's Stemper. And Stemper's first does not hit. Free throws are going to be so crucial, Tommy. Free buckets. Regis Jesuit up 8, could be 9. 9-point lead.
Eric Stemper, he's a very consistent player for Regis. Can always rely on him.
Here's Rodriguez. Rodriguez guarded by Starkle. To Turner now. Double team on Turner. Gets it out to Rodriguez. Inside to, that is number, that's number 20. Rodriguez now setting up again. 20 is Rivero. Van Lieshout in possession of the ball now. And Van Lieshout turned around, going to give it out to Bohm. Bohm's going to take it inside by Barilla. Oh, no foul. And the bucket is good.
That was an incredible diving layup there, Jake, and he came up with it. That was impressive.
And Perkins, nice job drawing the foul on Rivero. Josh, Tommy, I don't know if Josh can get better at drawing fouls from people inside the paint.
Yeah, he's been excellent at that throughout the season, and it's one of the first times we've seen it tonight.
His first free throw falls. 8-point lead for the Raiders. For Josh Perkins, that's his 7th point of the night. Still well below his average, but the Raiders have a comfortable 8-point lead right now.
Yeah, just looking at the players for Regis tonight, we've got Cadillac with 8. He's the lead scorer, followed by Perkins and Barilla. So
Rodriguez with the ball now. Oh, passed right to Perkins. Perkins driving up court now. Going to give it to Stemper. Now to Starkle. Outside. That's Cadillac wide open. Swoosh. Devin Cadillac, his 3rd three-pointer of the night.
Devin Cadillac is clutch, Jake. When we need it most, he can widen the gap, and that was crucial.
Turnover, Barilla ball. Up court to Starkle. Starkle, a long 2. Yes, swoosh. Nice shot, Brian Starkle.
This is the Raider team that we like to see, Jake. Consistent shooting, excellent defense, and Boulder knows it's happening. They're going to call another timeout now. 4 minutes, 18 seconds left in the third quarter. Regis 33, Boulder 19, Jake.
And I'm looking at Coach Eric Eisenhardt. He is absolutely screaming at his players right now. Unbelievable. He was grabbing them. That's borderline. I've seen college coaches get in trouble for treating players like that, Tommy.
Yeah, he's getting fired up, Jake, and you can see why. I mean, Boulder's not playing well out of the half, and it's been good to watch Regis be so successful on these transition plays.
That's a 14-point lead for the Raiders right now, and we'll see, Tommy. Josh has still not completely hit his stroke, but the Raiders having a lot of success through Brian Starkle and Devin Cadillac.
Yeah, absolutely. Those players are just, when we need them most, they pull through, Jake, even when Josh is having a rough night. But he's coming back. Josh has 8 now, 2nd most on the team.
So Rodriguez will be pulled. I'm pretty sure that's Eisenhardt's choice. We have 4:18 to go in the third quarter. The Raiders with a 14-point lead. Panther basketball. Turner with the ball. Turner is going to take a tough shot, but he will be fouled. 2 free throws. A lot of heart in that kid, Tommy.
Yeah, he plays very hard, Jake, and you can definitely see it as he goes to the line now. And, Jake, as we see Rodriguez sitting out now, he's good on paper, but that's about it. I mean, he's supposed to be the best player on the team along with Sharnick, but no, not tonight, Jake. Not tonight.
Yeah, Rodriguez averaging 15 points a game. Tonight, Rodriguez has scored, let's see.
He hasn't even scored, Jake.
Wow, that's incredible. Turner hits both of his free throws, so it is cut to a 12-point Raider lead. Cadillac with the ball now. Cadillac to Perkins. Perkins guarded by Bohm. Perkins going to take that, and he's got an easy lane to the bucket, and he is offensive foul on Josh Perkins.
Boy, that's a tough call, Jake. I'm not sure about that one. Josh fell to the ground pretty hard there, but wow.
Coach Shaw,
tough
just listening to Josh's dad behind us, Coach Shaw, all yelling at the referee responding, "We will talk about it later." Wow, that not a very popular call. Charnock with the ball now. Charnock going to take a shot, and Charnock is fouled. He'll be shooting too.
And Jake, you'll notice Barilla's not in anymore. He's got 3 fouls on the night. I'm sure Coach is conscious of that, and he's going to make sure we can have Barilla in for as long as we can late in the game in case Boulder somehow closes the gap. First shot is no good for Charnock.
Boulder needs to hit their free throws if they want to get back into this game, because right now Regis has just been too successful using Starkle and Cadillac on the left perimeter. Charnock's second free throw is good. 11-point Raider lead.
Picked up by Cadillac now.
And here's Devin dribbling up court. He's going to pass to Starkle. Starkle guarded by Rodriguez, who is back in the game. Out to Cadillac, now to Perkins. Perkins, he's going to take a 3. Oh, and he hits it off the front iron, going for some pressure defense, but another tough shot by Josh. Charnock going to take a 3, and that hits off the front iron. Stemper with the ball now. Stemper to Josh. Josh, he's going to do a nice pass low that gets intercepted, though, but the ball managed to be back, and that is going to be ruled Boulder ball.
Boy, that is Regis is not getting mercy on these calls, Jake. I don't know. I'm biased. We're biased as Regis fans, but the calls are going Boulder's way.
3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Turner shooting a 3. Turner drains it.
And that's a big three-pointer there, Jake. Regis hasn't scored in a little bit, and Turner nails it.
We'll see what the call is. It's
going to be on Boulder, I believe. 32, that's...
Boom.
Boom.
That's boom. 2:48 to go in the third quarter. That's his 4th foul, and Bohm will be checking out.
Wow.
Elijah Sanford with the ball now. Elijah had it open looking at 3, but he opts not to take it. Elijah's going to act as a little bit of a screen at Perkins. That is a blocking foul, so there's a call that goes the way of the Raiders.
And what happened there, Jake, is Josh was just so close to that Boulder defender that when Josh tried to drive with the ball, the Boulder defender couldn't help but foul. And wow.
And we've got a stoppage of play.
Referees are talking about something.
Sanford has the ball now, back to Starkle. Starkle's going to give it off to Zach Smith. Smith to Cam Beards. Beards guarded by Turner. And he's going to give it to Josh. Josh with the ball. Josh is going to go in, and that is such an easy foul on Josh. Perkins needs to play better than that. That's way too much contact.
Yeah, he's not happy with that call, but clearly he led with the shoulder, Jake, into the Boulder defender's chest, and that's the easiest call in the book.
Not sure what Josh is complaining about on that. That's his 3rd foul. Rodriguez is going to give it back to Charnock, who's got an open look at a 3.
No good.
Doesn't hit it, and that'll be a foul. We'll see.
That looks like 21 Van Leishout, and that would be his 4th.
Yeah, foul on Van Leeshout.
That's his 4th. That'll be Regis ball, though.
2 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the third quarter. Raiders up 8 points. Cam Beards dribbling up on Turner. Beards is going to try to take it in. Now he's going to give out to Zach Smith, and Rodriguez steals the ball from him. Nice job by Rodriguez. Rodriguez out to Turner, who's going to take a 3. Turner hits it. He's on fire, Tommy.
Jake, Turner is playing out of his mind against Cam Beards, and you watch Boulder right now. They're getting fired up. Coach is on the court, getting everyone pumped up. That's going to be a timeout on Regis, 30 seconds. And wow, Jake, the gym is getting pumped up.
Tommy, I'm not sure if I've seen a coach with more excitement and who's more animated than Coach Eisenhardt there for Boulder, because he is just jumping up and down like a monkey, Tommy. He is so into this game.
He is full of tenacity, Jake, and the Boulder crowd is certainly getting into it. Regis with the rebuttal of scoreboard with the cheer there, and wow, Jake, wow, this is fun to watch. Regis only has a 5-point lead, 9 fouls between the teams. The refs are calling everything. They're not letting anything go.
And I mean, I have to say, 2 very different coaching styles. Eisenhardt just took off his tie, going to give himself some more breathing room. Coach Shaw very reserved. Eisenhardt animated. Sanford going up. That's a foul. So shooting 2 will be Elijah.
Great job by Sanford there, driving in, drawing the foul. Looked very similar to a Josh Perkins play.
Sanford has struggled on free throws this year, so this is not a given on this one, Tommy. 1:45 to go. Raiders up 5 points. The officials coming over to the side. I think they're going to clarify who the foul is on. Looking at the season stats, Elijah Sanford is 19 for 35 on free throws, which is barely over 50%. Here's Elijah's first free throw. He nets it. It's a 6-point Raider lead.
Interesting decision by Boulder's coach to put Rodriguez back in.
Sanford, his second free throw. It's good. That's now a 7-point lead. Rodriguez guarded by Starkle. Rodriguez along on the left side. Rodriguez gonna go for a drive. Nice drive. Great job by Rodriguez on that to get his first points of the night.
Boy, Jake, he had some hops on that one. He had a high layup there.
Zach Smith for 3. Oh, so close.
Just barely off.
Rodriguez with the rebound. Oh, Zach's. Ooh, that was literally an
So
inch away
close.
from draining.
Yeah.
Turner with the ball now. Turner has proven himself tonight that he is a sniper.
Cam Beards is playing some rough defense there.
And Turner's wondering why that's not a foul with all the contact from Cam. Riverlo going up, and it does not fall. Rebound. Oh, he doesn't hit the rebound, but another rebound by Sharmick.
Oh, and Cam Beard stuffs the Boulder player there as Boulder tried to lift the ball up. Cam just rips it away.
Here's Josh now. Josh going to take a long 3 from downtown. Oh, man, so close to falling, and the Raiders don't get the rebound.
Another shot that's just barely off. I'm wondering, Jake, why Regis isn't driving or wasting some more clock, because Boulder is playing fast-paced. Boulder's dictating this game.
There's another 3. Oh, so close by Turner, and it is off on Boulder. Regis basketball. Amanto, Turner's dangerous, and Regis can't leave him open on those looks, Tommy.
Yeah, Turner has really proven himself tonight. Josh is 0 for 5 from the three-point line.
And here's Josh for a pull-up 2. Swoosh. Josh Perkins.
7-point game now, Jake. 8 seconds left in this third quarter. Rodriguez running really fast. Oh, and how did he find that guy so open? Elijah just let him get that pass, Jake, making it a 5-point game as we end the third quarter.
So at the end of 3, Regis Jesuit up 37-30. We're going to take a quick break and pick back up for the fourth quarter. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the beginning of the fourth quarter here at Guy Gibbs Gymnasium in Chaska's second round of the 2013 basketball playoffs. Quick shout out to Megan Quigley, Joe, our producer's sister, watching from St. Louis University. Great for the long distance viewers. Here's Cam Beards now with the ball. Cam guarded by Turner. Turner into Perkins. Perkins, nice move, but he can't hit the layup.
Oh, just barely off the mark there, Jake. That was frustrating that it didn't go in.
And here's Rodriguez now out to Sharmick. Sharmick to Turner. Turner's going to pass out, almost stolen by Stemper, and Rodriguez got hit in the eye. He's looking for a foul on Stemper, but I don't think Rodriguez is going to be able to shoot now just because he got hit in the eye, but he's going to do a tough lay, and he hits it! And he hits it! What a drive by Rodriguez.
How did he come up with that one, Jake? He was sideways, falling down, and somehow shoots the ball up there. Wow, Jake. 3-point game and fouled. Great play by Rodriguez.
The Raiders are still shooting very poorly, Tommy. Josh, Josh has been missing a lot of tough shots. Rodriguez's free throw is not really close. Not centered. Here's Cam now. 7 minutes, 20 seconds left. Regis Jesuit with a 3-point lead. Here's Cadillac. Cadillac going to look to shoot a three. Give it to Josh now. Josh out to Cadillac. Cadillac for three. Oh, ooh, so close.
He didn't really set his feet there, Jake. I think he's a little nervous as this game is close, getting closer.
Here's Rodriguez now guarded by Stemper. He's going to give it to Turner. Turner debates shooting a three. Gives it back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez going to put it down low to Riverlo. Riverlo going to shoot up. Doesn't get it. That's off on Barilla.
And you notice there, Jake, Josh Perkins was on Turner there. That just shows the respect Regis has for Turner, coming up with those big three-pointers that has led to Boulder's success third quarter.
He's been averaging 12.5 points a game, so he's definitely a threat that needs to be acknowledged, and he gets swatted there, but that'll be off.
Wow. Big block there by Regis. Regis averages a little over 2 blocks a game. That was huge.
6:30 to go. Rivera's to Sharnick. Sharnick for three, and he hits it. We're tied.
Boy, great play by Sharnick. You look at the Boulder players right now. They're playing with so much emotion. Wow, Jake.
Here's Perkins. Perkins going up. He's going to be fouled. I don't think that was a shooting foul, though, but they'll give him 2 free throws.
And, you know, Jake, that's the perfect time for Josh to draw a foul there. Stop this fast-paced game where Boulder is winning and slow it down, get it on Regis's terms, shift the momentum a little bit. Smart play there by Josh.
So this will be a 1-and-1. Oh, nope. I guess
one good.
Yep. Raiders up 1 point. Tommy, I don't think anyone thought this game would be this close in the fourth quarter. Perkins is 2 for 2 on free throws. Raiders up 2.
Yeah, the one area Josh is good tonight is free throws.
Turner, he's going to take a three. Not off, but Sharnick with the rebound. Sharnick up. He misses the close shot.
Great work by Barilla there. If Boulder had gotten another rebound, I'm sure they would have put it in.
Cadillac debates shooting to Barilla now.
Regis is going to slow it down.
Here's Cam. Cam guarded by Rodriguez. Beards going along on the left side. Beards going to give it to Perkins. Perkins going to pull up for a 2. Offline. Barilla almost with the rebound.
Oh, my gosh.
Good effort, but he takes a hard spill to the ground. He was injured earlier in the season doing something similar.
Careless pass there by Sharnick, goes out of bounds. And Jake, Barilla there trying to get that rebound, covered by 2 defenders. With one hand, he nearly brings it in. That just shows how bad Barilla wants this game. And he's got to pump up the Regis players right now because Boulder is just so pumped up right now.
Barilla has so much heart, Tommy, and he really wants this in. Here's Barilla with the ball now going up, and it's in. 4-point Raider lead.
Just another example of Barilla playing a great game, probably the best he's played all season.
Here's Turner. Turner outside to Sharnick. Sharnick for 3. Oh, hits the top, does not go. Fighting for the rebound, and it's a jump ball. Jump ball, that is Boulder ball.
And Cam Beards fighting for the rebound there. He jumped over Rivero to grab it. Both teams really want this one, Jake.
41-37, just over 5 minutes ago. Pass to Turner. Turner's going to look to take three, will not shoot it. Giving it back to Rodriguez. Here's Turner now. Rodriguez guarded by Starkle. Rodriguez going to look. He's going to give it to Turner again. Turner to Sharnick. Sharnick to Rodriguez. Rodriguez across to Bohm. Bohm is going to try to drive it a little. He's looking to get it to Rodriguez. He does. Rodriguez going for the drive, and that is a charge.
Yeah, that's a big penalty there, Jake. And you notice that Boulder, that's going to be their 8th foul on the night. So, or is it? Because I'm pretty sure they are in the bonus.
Well, because you only get a 1-on-1 if it's while you're on offense.
Okay.
So they're going to do a press here. And that is Starkle with the ball right now, guarded by Rodriguez. 4:30 to go. Perkins with the ball now. Oh, got to be careful. He doesn't.
Over and back there, Jake. Wow, that was close.
Absolutely, Tommy. Perkins across. Stemper wide open for three.
Ooh, his feet were not set.
Not a good look on that. Here's Starkle with the ball to Perkins. Perkins guarded by, that's Bohm. Perkins going to take it up. He is hurt. Josh looks a little slow to get off.
He's good. He's walking it off. It's the new shoes, Jake. He's good.
So this is a 1-on-1.
Josh Perkins, he's got 12 points on the night, followed by Cadillac with 11. He has one less point than Charnick. No longer. He has the exact same amount of points on the night as Charnick. And Charnick, Jake, is just constantly being left alone behind the arc and coming up with these big three-pointers.
Right, you are, Tommy.
Similar to Turner.
Turner and Charnick have been the enforcers on the perimeter. Turner going to give it to Rodriguez. It's a 6-point lead. Boulder needs to come up with some points here. Rodriguez, tough drive, dishing it to Charnick, who wasn't ready for it. And Perkins is going to take this down court, going for the lay-in. And it's good, and one.
Boy, Josh Perkins brought it down, covered by 3, brings it down to 2 with a good dodge, and comes up with the layup and 1.
Steven, that's where Tommy, that's where Josh is just almost undefendable when he gets into his driving, and his finesse down low is just, that's why he's a 5-star recruit ranked by rivals.
Yeah, I mean, he's, for as poor of a performance as he's played tonight, this is certainly not his best game. He's pulling it off late in the game. I mean, that play was outstanding, Jake. We needed that to slow it down with 4 minutes left in the game right now. Regis only up by 8.
And Perkins' free throw is good.
Now 9.
For Josh, that is his 17th point of the game. 3:50 to go. Rodriguez guarded by Starkle.
Boulder now has 10 fouls in this half. Double bonus, Jake.
Right, you are, Tommy. There's a 3 by Turner. Turner's 3 falls.
So good, Jake. Just a game-changing player for Boulder right there.
Raiders are a little sluggish to cover him, and when he gets space, it's you're not going to stop him. Here's Stemper. Stemper to Barilla. Barilla to Starkle. Starkle to Cam Beards. Beards is going to look to shoot. No, give it off to Eric for 3. No, Charnick with the rebound.
Good look there by Eric. Offensive rebound by Josh.
Stolen by Josh, but then Josh throws it out of bounds off the backboard.
Ooh, Shaw is a little frustrated with that one, but he can't be angry because the Raiders are playing quite well at this point in the game, Jake.
Only a 6-point lead, though, Tommy. 3 minutes and 11 seconds. Boulder's going to have to make all of their possessions from here on out count. Rodriguez guarded by Starkle. Rodriguez is going to look to drive in, try to pass it off. Rivero gets it, guarded by Barilla, puts it up and in. Nice drive.
And that was a dangerous pass off there, Jake. That's what turned into the turnover that led to Josh's outstanding layup a few plays before. And Coach Shaw will call a timeout now. There's only a 4-point lead on Regis' side at this point. Boulder with 10 fouls in the second half. They're in the double bonus. 2 minutes, 48 seconds left in the game.
Wow, Tommy, what a thrilling fourth quarter. As you said, the Raiders up 4 points. Did you expect Boulder to give Regis this much trouble?
Well, I don't know if I expected Boulder to bring so much trouble. But I did. I had a fear that Regis would come out a little slow coming off the bye. The bye is such a powerful concept in postseason games. You know, you get a break, you can recoup, you can, scout out your opponents. There's a lot of advantages, but the big disadvantage is that you lose momentum to a point. You're kind of starting over after a 2-week period. But Regis is certainly playing a lot better than they did last year in this position, and it's been a great game.
And Tommy, I completely agree with what you're saying about the trouble that having a bye presents. I think it's almost like the first game I think is harder than the second game, just because after you win a game, you've got some momentum to build off of. But once you come back from a break, it's just so hard to get your rhythm back.
Yeah, you can see that with Boulder winning only 4 of their last 9 regular season games. They win 1 playoff game, and now they're playing pretty well against top team in the state, Regis Jesuit.
Bad pass by Perkins. Turner with the ball now. Turner's going to wait. He's going to give it to Charnick. Charnick to Turner again to Rodriguez. Josh turned that ball over. That was not a good job. Rodriguez is going to give it to Charnick. Charnick outside to Jarmick for 3. Oh, my goodness, he hits it.
Wow, Jake, a 1-point game right now. 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. They're dead.
The Raiders have a 46-45 lead. Tommy, this is pretty crucial.
Josh comes down with it, Jake.
2-point lead. What a 3 there by Sharmick. And Josh's second is no good. Rebound Boulder. It's only a 2-point lead for Regis Jesuit. Coming down the court is Bohm. Bohm for the layup. Misses. Rebound Boulder. Tie game.
And that was a tough play there by Josh. He touched the backboard as he was defending. That's normally a goaltending call.
Mm-hmm. Here's Stemper with the ball. Stemper to Josh. Josh is going to pull up, shoot a 3, and he hits it. Raiders up 3.
That is huge, Jake. Huge right there. 3-point game. 1.5 minutes left in this fourth quarter now.
That's Josh stepping up in the biggest moment. Here's Charnick. Charnick to Turner. 1:22 to go. Turner giving it to Rodriguez. Rodriguez, a 3 from way down, and he banks it. He banks the 3.
Unbelievable, Jake. Boulder responds with a huge 3.
Wow.
And the Boulder coach is going insane. He's on the court right now. Oh!
Josh Perkins with the answer.
The crowd goes wild, Jake, and the Boulder coach is dumbfounded right now, Jake. What can he say to that? He pulls up a huge 3-pointer, and Josh Perkins responds. Incredible, Jake.
Josh is going to have to come up with an answer again. 1 minute, 3 seconds to go. Here's Josh. His free throw is good. It's a 3-point lead.
And Coach Shaw right now is going to call a timeout. We've got 1 minute and 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Wow, Jake. This has been a huge turnout for the end of the game here. Regis Jesuit chanting, "Whose house? Our house," right now. We apologize for the camera technical difficulties. Jake and I will continue with the audio broadcast. 53-50. Regis Jesuit is up right now. Josh still has one more free throw.
Yeah, that'll be no. That was it because he made it. So it's Boulder ball. Oh, now this is going to turn into a radio broadcast for us because our camera cord got severed. So just like the olden days, Tommy, with Thomas Harpool broadcasting these audio only. Oh, we got the camera back. Good job, Joe.
We'll do whatever it takes to get the game to you here at RJ Live.
What a game, Tommy. Boulder's going to have a chance here to answer once more. They've already responded twice. They're going to have to do it again to tie this game.
Look for Sharnick and Turner to come up with a big three-pointer, Jake. They've been hot tonight.
Here's Rodriguez. Rodriguez dribbling up court. Almost loses it. And it's back to Rodriguez. Crossing over to Charnick, who's got room for a three. Oh, so close. Rebound for Boulder is good. It's a one-point game.
Boulder's going to call a timeout now, Jake. That was poor judgment by Regis Jesuit there. They triple-teamed Rodriguez as he fumbled with the dribble. Left Sharnick open, missed the three-pointer, and Regis just watched it and didn't focus on the rebound. Boulder comes up with two. 1 point game, Jake. 45 seconds left. What are we going to see from Regis now?
Oh, man, Tommy, Regis really needs to take their time on this offensive possession because there's no shot clock in high school, Tommy. Wait till they get a good shot. Possibly they don't even need to take a shot. Wait till Boulder starts to foul because they are in the double bonus, and any foul will result in 2 free throws. But, man, Tommy, this feels like Pooter all over again.
No, I don't think so, Jake. As Coach Shaw said, it's ancient history. And as I say that, Josh has 23 points on the night. Of those, 12 come from free throws. So Josh has been instrumental tonight for our success.
There are many ways to score points, Tommy, and Josh is so good at from the line. Very important part of basketball, and the Raiders will be inbounding now. Regis Jesuit up 53-52. 45.6 seconds to go. Here's Stemper. Oh, our camera. We apologize for our camera difficulties. Barilla with the ball. Oh, very close. That wasn't a travel.
Boulder fans wanting a double dribble there. It's going to be a foul on number 25. That's Rodriguez. And I think, Jake, that's his 5th foul. Nope, excuse me, that's going to be his 3rd.
41.5 seconds left. Even if Regis hits 2, it's still a one-possession game. Here's Starkel's first free throw. Oh, it's well off the line. Starkel, not the best free throw shooter. We're looking to look at his stats on the year. Only 7 for 19 from the free throw line.
Eric Stemper talks to him after that one. Eric Stemper's been here before. He's got the experience. Let's see how he does now.
Boulder knew who to foul, and he misses both of them. But
Barilla
Barilla gets the rebound, but then, wow, that's incredible. I can't believe Boulder let Barilla get to that. Awesome job by Kip.
Kip the Ripper, that's what the Rowdies are chanting right now. This gym is going insane, Jake.
Cam to inbound. Cam's going to give it to Josh. Josh along the outside. They're going to have to foul soon. Josh is going to take that in, and he'll be fouled. 2 free throws. A Boulder player on the ground.
And Josh is okay with that result. Not the injury, but he's okay with the foul and no layup because Josh has been so hot on the free-point line tonight. Free throw line. Regis Jesuit still only up by 1 with 33.8 seconds left in the 4th quarter, Jake.
I believe Josh has only missed 1 free throw tonight. He is 11 for 12 from the free. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, he's 11 for 12 from the free throw line.
Boulder head coach is calling for some players to get off the court now.
We apologize for our camera difficulties. We will have this audio working regardless of the video feed, so stick with us. 33.8 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. Josh Perkins will be shooting 2 free throws. Regis Jesuit up 53-52. And Josh's first free throw is not good.
It's his second miss on the night, Jake. He's got it. He's fine.
33.8 seconds left. Perkins, second free throw is good. Only a 2-point game. Boulder. Rodriguez has the ball. Rodriguez going to dribble up court. We're under 30 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Rodriguez is going to take it in the lane. He's going up, and he hits it. And that's an offensive foul.
It's going to be a charge, Jake. A charge.
Unbelievable, Tommy. That's, wow. Oh, that was a very, very, very close call that went the Raiders' way.
Wow, Jake. How about that luck? Zach's going to pass it in now.
And we're going to see if they're going to foul Zach. They're going to have to. 20.8 seconds to go. Zach Smith headed to the free throw line.
Fouled by Sharnick.
Zach Smith, not a great free throw shooter either, only 2 for 6 on the year. So Boulder's done their homework on who to foul. Again, 33% free throw shooting is not the best, but we'll see if Zach can hit this. First one is good, 3-point Regis lead.
Jake, Boulder's done their homework, but at the same time, double bonus is a death wish at this late in the game. And, you know, Regis Jesuit, although we have some shaky shooters, for the most part, we can come down with it. So, Zach Smith with the second shot now.
Smith, second free throw is good. It's a 4-point game. Rodriguez with the ball. We're at 17 seconds to go. Rodriguez is going to have to make a drive here soon. Turner with the ball for 3. No good. Rebound, Boulder. Ball under, loose ball. Regis Jesuit with the ball. Perkins.
Picked up by Barilla, Jake. I don't believe it. Kip Barilla, MVP of the night, Jake. He's just been so outstanding. Boulder takes a quick huddle on the RJ. They've got some work to do, Jake, if they want to have a chance to come back. 4-point deficit, 6.1 seconds left.
Oh, Tommy, what a great finish by Regis Jesuit. Boulder put up a huge fight, but right now if Kip Barilla can make these free throws, this game is all but done. And Kip misses the first one. Still a 2-possession game regardless if he makes this next one. And again, we apologize for our camera difficulties. We're not really sure what's going on. And Kip misses that. Ball.
Second one, no good.
Sharnick picked off by Perkins.
Oh, 0.5 seconds left as that one goes out of bounds. Josh Perkins fought for that one, but wow.
Wow, what a great performance by the Raiders tonight. This inbound is up. It doesn't matter. And the Regis Jesuit Raiders advance to the next round. They will be in the round of 16. And what a close game, Tommy. Great job by Regis to come up when it mattered most.
Yeah, Coach Shaw shakes hands with head coach Eric Eisenhard. A well-fought game by Boulder. I think that was a great game to watch, Jake. Obviously, we're certainly frustrated at some points with how Regis played tonight, but a win's a win, Jake, especially postseason. Coming off a bye, we know that the hard road they have to play after a bye, and they stomped Boulder late in the game by 4 points, Jake. Wow.
Oh, wow, Tommy. Do you know when the next game is for us?
Not off the top of my head, Jake, but it's within the next week, and of course we will be bringing it to you live on Regis Jesuit Live.
It is a home game. I know that for sure.
It is a home game. We were the number 1 seed. And quick stat, Josh Perkins had 25 points on the night. For as poor as he played, you know, he still was crucial. Half of our points, Jake.
So we will be playing Grand Junction at home on Wednesday. So tune into that game here on RJ Live. Tommy, oh, that's going to be a good one. And if after that, we'll be at the Denver Coliseum. Hopefully, we'll be able to broadcast that.
Absolutely, we will. And thanks again for tuning in tonight. We apologize for some of the problems we've experienced. And thanks again for tuning in. Joe Quigley, our producer. Jake Leonard, play-by-play. Justin Brazel is on stats. And, of course, Colin Stover on camera. I'm Tommy Raines. Thanks again for tuning in here on RJ Live.